We ain't gotta beef, bro. It ain't. We don't have to beef with each other. Feel me? But if we see each other, it's gonna be that. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I ain't saying I'm beefing with you.
A birthday celebration that took a turn for the worst. Now cars filled with bullet holes. Why famous rapper Julio Foolio, who just turned 26, was shot dead early this morning.
Now you can't even go to no more family reunions. You dead. You stupid.
Foolio has been laid to rest, and it seems like the authorities are nowhere close to catching the person responsible for his death. The internet, though, is buzzing nonstop, and there's one name that's on everyone's lips: Youngan Ace. Now, this isn't exactly surprising. Considering the long-standing beef between these two rappers, Youngan Ace didn't help his case either by dropping 2 diss tracks just hours after Foolio's passing. Naturally, everyone's eyes are on Youngan Ace, waiting to see what his next move will be. But in all the chaos and finger-pointing, there's someone that everyone seems to be overlooking. Someone who might actually be more connected to Foolio's death than Youngan Ace. That person is none other than 23KB. Let's get into why 23KB might be more involved in this than people think. For starters, this guy didn't just threaten Foolio casually. He straight up told him to his face that whenever he sees him, it's going to be up. And we all know what that kind of talk means in the world of hip-hop feuds.
We ain't gotta beef, bro. It ain't. We don't have to beef with each other. Feel me? But if we see each other, it's gonna be that. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I ain't saying I'm beefing with you.
But why would 23KB say something like that to Foolio? To understand that, we need to rewind a bit to 2022. A year that left hip-hop fans stunned when the news broke about Jdot Youngan's death.
Scott, a rapper who goes by the stage name Jdot Youngan, was just 24 years old. He died last night after police say he was shot multiple times.
Most people were heartbroken, sending condolences and mourning the loss of Jdot Youngan. Foolio, however, took a different route. He started mocking Jdot Youngan's death, which led many to speculate that Foolio might have had a hand in it.
Just because you rocking with a rapper, you rocking with a that don't with me. You act like you my op now. You know what I'm saying?
This is where 23KB steps into the spotlight. He wasn't just a close friend of Jdot Youngan. They were practically brothers, having grown up together. Jdot Youngan's death hit 23KB hard, and he made sure everyone knew it.
They probably want to know how I'm feeling right now. I'm really up right now.
During an Instagram live, 23KB warned Foolio that it's up when he sees him. At the time, many people brushed this off as just heated talk or banter. But looking back now, it seems like it might have been a crucial piece of the puzzle. Fast forward to Wednesday, July 27th, 2022. It was on this day that the 24-year-old rapper Javarius Scott, known to his fans as Jdot Youngan, was gunned down outside his home. The Bogalusa Police Department got several calls reporting an incident around 5:50 p.m. on the 600 block of Superior Avenue. When officers arrived, they found Jdot Youngan severely injured, and he was quickly rushed to an emergency room. Despite their best efforts, he lost consciousness before a first aid helicopter could transport him to the hospital. As more details about the attack emerged, it became clear that Jdot Youngan had been ambushed by a group of gangsters. On that fateful day, he was hanging out with his dad, Kenyatta Sr., outside their home. They were having a father-son moment, just talking and sharing some drinks, enjoying each other's company. But their peaceful evening was shattered when 3 gunmen suddenly appeared and opened fire on them. Jdot Youngan was hit 5 times in the initial assault. Things went from bad to worse when, as they tried to take cover inside the house, 2 more gunmen appeared from the side, trapping them in a classic ambush. Jdot Youngan's father, who was armed, managed to fire back, but it was too late. His son had already sustained multiple gunshot wounds. When Jdot Youngan arrived at the emergency room, doctors discovered he had been hit with at least 8 bullets. Despite their best efforts, he couldn't survive the brutal attack.
Popular local rapper was and another man injured in a shooting in Bogalusa.
Sources tell us the motive for the shooting was retaliation. Police have identified the victim as Javarius Scott, who goes by the stage name Jdot Youngan.
His father, who also got injured, was lucky that his wounds weren't as severe. In an interview, he talked about the heartbreaking loss of his son, expressing his belief that the attackers were driven by jealousy of Jdot Youngan's success as a rapper. According to his father, Jay didn't have any enemies, and he didn't think the attack was gang-related. He said, "He was a good, humble, and respectable kid." However, fans couldn't help but speculate whether the incident was gang-related or tied to Jay's beef with other rappers. This is where Foolio comes into the picture. Accusations started flying, suggesting that Foolio might have sent gangs to attack Jay. Fans were suspicious of Foolio because of his reaction to Jdot Youngan's death. While the two rappers never publicly beefed, Jay had taken shots at Foolio in some of his tracks. Jay frequently dissed Foolio because of Foolio's history with Youngin Ace, who was Jdot Youngan's friend. When Jay passed, Foolio took to Instagram and posted, "R.I.P. Jdot Youngan, you will be missed, LOL." Fans were puzzled by his use of LOL in such a somber post, and Foolio followed up with another post that said, "Dude used to diss me just to be cool with the ops, even got them boys tatted. Now look," ending it with a laughing emoji. He was clearly referring to Youngin Ace. This reaction led fans of Jdot Youngan to point fingers at Foolio, though some believed Foolio's reaction stemmed from Jay's subtle disses while he was alive. Foolio took some time to address all the fans who were questioning why he mocked Jdot Youngan after his passing. He explained that Jdot Youngan had created unnecessary friction by aligning himself with Foolio's enemies, especially Youngin Ace. Foolio said, "You from out of town, right? You see what we got going on, so just 'cause you rockin' with a rapper, you rockin' with a N that don't F with me, you act like you my op now." He went on to explain that Jdot Youngan had started disrespecting his deceased friends because of his friendship with Foolio's enemies. "Now you dissing me in songs, saying, 'F my dead homeboys, this and that. How I'ma feel? I'm supposed to sit back, be quiet, don't say nothing? If it was me, on the other end, NA would have done the same thing.'"
I'ma feel, but I just supposed to sit back, just, you know what I'm saying, be quiet, don't say nothing. If it was me, on the other end, did the same thing, they would have turned up.
Jdot Youngan's death sent shockwaves not just through the rap community, but also through his hometown of Bogalusa. The people there were deeply affected by his tragic passing. Jdot Youngan was more than just a rising star. He was a beloved figure in his community. His music had put Bogalusa on the map, and his death left a void that was felt by everyone who knew him or had been touched by his music. As we mentioned earlier, 23KB was deeply hurt by Jdot Youngan's passing. In an interview, you could see the pain and hurt in his eyes as he relived the memories of the two of them and how they met.
They probably want to know how I'm feeling right now. I'm really up right now.
He vowed to get back at the people who were trolling Jdot Youngan's death. This was the first clue because Foolio was one of those trolls and he did it publicly too. Another clue was when 23KB and Foolio went live together. During their conversation, 23KB plainly told Foolio that when he saw him, it was going to be up, even though he kept saying he didn't have a beef with Foolio.
We ain't got a beef, bro. We don't have to beef with each other. Feel me? But if we see each other, it's gonna be that. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I ain't saying I'm beefing with you.
Even when Foolio said that 23KB would be scared because of his homeboys, 23KB boldly pointed out that they were all gone, meaning they were all dead. Basically, Foolio had little to no protection. Fast forward to the present day, and Foolio was K-Ed. Adding to the tragedy, he lost his life on his 26th birthday while he was celebrating. Prior to his tragic end, Foolio had faced multiple attempts on his life. In October 2023, he was shot in the foot in Jacksonville, Florida. This happened on the 3100 block of 18th Street West, a residential neighborhood less than a mile from a school. The black Dodge Challenger he was driving was riddled with bullets.
An adult male in his mid-20s transported himself to a local hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. The victim sustained a single gunshot wound to the foot.
Before that, in November 2021, he was targeted again. This time, it happened on the 2000 block of Ernest Street in Riverside. Foolio made the news for shooting back in self-defense and managing to escape. Shortly after, he went live on Instagram saying, "I shot back in self-defense, my gun is registered, and if I did something illegal, the police would have put me in jail." AN did miss 100 shots though. They must have thought I was lacking for sure. Fans were used to Foolio going live after these incidents. In July 2020, after getting shot in Houston, he allegedly got hit in the buttocks and still went live on Instagram to update his fans.
I know mad I ain't dead, ain't it? He was mad I ain't dead on gay.
By 2023, Foolio had already survived 3 public attempts on his life, with 2 of them leaving him injured. Fast forward to June 26, 2024, he had just turned 26 and decided to celebrate by throwing a pool party. Naturally, he went on Instagram to share the location, letting his followers know where the party was at. But as the day progressed, things took a turn. According to his Instagram posts, it seems he had to switch locations to a Holiday Inn because, as one of his posts stated, the police had kicked him out of the original spot. Just hours after that update, Foolio's girlfriend went on X with a heartbreaking message. "Y'all took my boyfriend from me. I hate y'all, and I won't be the only one crying." Shortly after her post, a video clip from the Holiday Inn parking lot surfaced on social media. It was confirmed that around 4:30 in the morning in Tampa Bay, Florida, Foolio was found shot along with 3 other people. Tragically, Foolio, the 26-year-old rapper celebrating his birthday, didn't survive.
Yes, so at this point, 3 people are in the hospital. We're working to get the best update on their condition. 1 person was pronounced deceased.
And of course, his ops wasted no time in dissing him, including 23KB, who went live to not only mock him, but he also took a picture in front of the hotel where Foolio was K-worded, holding a machine gun. He even shot a music video there with a song titled 6 Steps. Some people are saying he's just doing it for clout, and that Foolio was such a big menace that a lot of these rappers are mocking his death. But some people are saying it's too big of a coincidence and that 23KB had a bigger motive to end Foolio, especially considering how much Jdot Youngan's death hurt him. But who do you think might have taken out Foolio, 23KB or Youngin Ace?